Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Secret Invasion. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 4 of Secret Invasion. I just watched episode 3, so it is so fresh in my mind, which actually kind of makes me happy launching into this one, that one's so fresh. It's like just rolling along. So obviously Gaia shot, dead in the last episode. I don't really believe so. Again, you don't take Amelia Clark and only use her for 3 episodes. That'd be stupid. So I definitely don't think that she's dead. I think that she's so good at lying, and she's so good and she's so well prepared that like she can outsmart Gravik. I really think so. Like she had been for quite some time. So I think she's alive. Now, what happens now, because now they don't have anyone on the inside. Now that she's out, they don't have a way of like getting one step ahead of him. And now like the Super Scroll thing is a possibility. It seems like it's getting closer. And I think I remember in a trailer seeing something weird happening with like long arms. And I don't know if that's Super Scrolly or not. So that'd be really interesting if we start seeing that. But we did have almost something bad happen, a nuclear attack. So he has a deep reach, and it's terrifying what he could possibly do, and especially now that they don't have a man on the inside. As far as we know, I don't know if I keep forgetting who it is with the hat, but like the kid that I'm really worried about, who's still kind of around Gravik. Gaia brought him in, and for him to like kind of be in that inner circle already seems kind of like, well, that might be a plant. So that's possible. Fury's wife kind of still having a connection to Gravik. Now, like she was like really with him when he was orphaned. So I don't know if she still sees him as a motherly figure. I don't know if she is more on Gravik's side or if she's more on Fury's side, if she's kind of in the middle and she's just trying to navigate that. I'm not quite sure. I know that like Fury did a lot to like have her lose trust in him and lose faith in him. And like, if Gravik was there for her when Fury wasn't, then, loyalties can change. And like she said, she grieved for him, and, she started living her life for her. So I don't know really where that leaves us with his wife either. I would love to see Talos and Gaia together. I would love to see them have like father-daughter moments. Like I said, I don't think Gaia is dead. I want more Fury and Talos because their relationship is just, it's so good. They have such great chemistry. I love Ben and Sam together. Just such great chemistry. I'd like to catch up with Rhodey and kind of see where he is in all of this. Because like I said, I don't know if the Rhodey that we saw in episode 2 was Rhodey or if it was a Skrull pretending to be Rhodey. I'm like everybody is a Skrull, and Captain America was a Skrull. I don't know, right? So now it's all up in the air because we learned that like the Skrulls had been around and been helping Fury climb the ranks of Shield, and they've been like thwarting all of these terrorist attacks and been like their spy network. There's a couple terrorist attacks that they seem to have missed, historically for us humans here in the regular world. But yeah, like they're responsible for a lot of things not happening, a lot of things happening, and we owe them one. And I love Talos. I really, really love Talos. I've loved him since Captain Marvel. Like I wasn't sure at first. And then, just like him with like the soda and the straw and sipping it and all that. Like, I'm like, I dig Talos. And from then on, like I was sold, like I was a Talos fan. And now, like, I mean, now you're not getting Talos, you're getting Ben Mendelsohn, obviously still playing Talos, but like you're getting like, just like seeing the aged face and like, he's also gone through all of this with Fury, and just kind of seeing how it's been wearing and tearing on him. And, like he's got a softness for humans. And he also knows that like he knows their strengths. And like he even warns Gravik, like the last thing you want to be is the common enemy of humans. Because it's true. If we can have a main focus, we're going to point it there, and you don't want it to be you. So looking forward to seeing where we're at with Gaia, because again, she's probably not dead. What Fury and his wife, like, what is that? What is happening there? I would love to think that like they are still very much in love, but I wouldn't blame her if her allegiance had changed, or if she's somewhere in the middle, because I still think that like she has a soft spot for Gravik, because that was, a boy that she like helped after he was orphaned, so that dynamic I think is going to be really interesting. And just kind of seeing where we are with the rest of the Skrulls, especially the Super Skrulls, if they are a thing. And I want more Sonya. I want like a whole episode of just her. That would be fine. And it's really distracting that the one council member is Shooter McGavin. I'm just saying, every time I see him in my head, it's like, Shooter! Every single time. Okay, guys, really excited to get into this episode and see what happened from the last episode. I'm glad I don't have to wait a long time. So let's get into it. More Privy Land. Okay.
Are you a leader of Skrulls? Or a worst enemy?
I don't buy it for a second.
St. James Church, 1 hour.
I want to know what she's up to. Most interesting character to date, Fury's wife. Did she make herself a Super Skrull? Dope. So dope. She's the first one. I knew she wasn't dead, but even cooler. Oh my god. Yes! Yes! Oh, I'm so here for it. I didn't even think about that. Oh, so awesome. I'm ready for the Super Skrulls. This is getting interesting. I am so ready. 2012. Before or after New York?
As I was watching all the news coverage of those guys' heroics over in the States,
After.
the strangest thing, I kept having this feeling that someone I know had something to do with getting them all together.
What?
And what if it was someone you know?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
Why's that?
Because if he's the man I think he is, he has a powerful sense of righteousness. He understands that the universe is a dangerous place.
Mm-hmm.
That home is worth fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
And that the weak are worth protecting.
Yep.
And did you get what you wanted from this life? Even so?
I did.
And what did you want?
To call myself beloved. To feel myself beloved on the earth.
I really don't want anything to happen to her, but I don't know what side she's on. Who's she meeting with? I can accept Rhodey, if it's Rhodey. I don't know.
I fired Fury, okay? No, I'm sorry, correction. I DDT'd that dude from the top rope. Yeah, it was like Undertaker level. Really impressive.
Then why does he need me?
What Gravik needs, what Gravik doesn't need, that's none of your concern. I'm the one telling you to kill Fury.
Not Rhodey.
He'll be dead from exhaustion and defeat soon enough. We don't need to kill him.
Priscilla.
I get fooled left and right with this. This is what I've wanted.
We go to the president and we tell him, guess what? Just saved your planet. Now, give me a little something in return.
Little sliver of
We'll wait
land.
and see what can happen next. Gaia, we're a people without a planet. We depend on the goodwill of our hosts. We just have to keep showing them who we are. Show them our hearts. They will see us.
Wow. It's a little gullible.
Delusional.
Yeah, very delusional.
Gaia.
It's a pretty picture he painted.
Gaia!
Okay. You gonna confront her? Okay, the faces on the wall are weird.
You're not wearing your wedding ring.
Oh, came in the back way. Slipped my mind.
Does that mean you're coming or going?
Going. One of those Fury, we need you at work things. You know what I mean?
I know how it is.
Not him.
Of all the dumbass, reckless things I've done in my life, you are by far the greatest mistake. I lost all my reason to be your husband. Even now, as I sit here knowing you plan to kill me with that pistol of yours, I don't know that if I had a chance to do it over again, that I'd do anything different.
Okay, so it is him.
Looking for someone who would slip your defenses?
Ah, so you playing the long game on me even then?
Don't do that, Nick. I asked if she wanted to fall in love. She wanted to know how, of course. And I told her about you. She made me make her 3 promises. 1, that I would bury her at sea, which I did. 2, that I would continue to be a daughter to her parents.
Which you've also done.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Yeah, what's 3?
That I would never hurt you.
Are you gonna break that promise?
And did you get what you wanted from this life? Even so?
I did.
And what did you want?
To call myself beloved.
To feel
Myself beloved on the earth.
I'm not sure if this means we should get divorced or we should renew our vows.
Would you have loved me if I'd never changed? If I'd been my true self?
Guess we'll never know.
I mean, he fell in love with her when she was her true self, I believe. See, I knew Brody wasn't real the entire time.
Fury, what the hell? You mind telling me what the hell you're doing in here?
I didn't like the way we left things between us the other day, you know? I mean, for real though, you know, us brothers gotta stick together, you know what I mean?
And you thought you'd demonstrate that by breaking and entering.
I love this so much.
$5,000 worth of 24-karat liquid gold.
Okay.
Should I be worried about poison?
Poison? No. What, nano trackers.
No.
I stopped by.
You broke in.
broke in to tell you there are scrolls inside the U.S. government.
This again? Scrolls in the security detail, scrolls in the U.S. government. They're just.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
That there is a scroll mole very close to the president.
Very close.
Wow. Really? How close?
As close as you and I are right now.
Mm-hmm. He's on to you.
You mind if I make a counter?
Uh-oh.
You see this all right? Oh, that's bad. And that's you. Look, I don't want you to worry, okay? I'm gonna do everything in my power to protect you, to keep...
Real Rhodey would never do this.
Liquid location tracker.
Awesome.
Bad idea.
Awesome. Love it. Hook, line, sinker. Got him.
There's an old Lenin quote. Vladimir, not John. When you find flesh, you push. When you find steel, you stop. You gotta be still, sir.
Colonel, can I ask you something? Did you pre-game for our bilateral with the Russians with the half a bottle of bourbon?
I'm not sure I understand the question, sir.
You reek like
Let's make sure the
alcohol
Colonel
and
here
you're
gets a
speaking
large
like you've been
coffee.
drinking alcohol. Yeah, get sober. So where do they have the real Rhodey? And how did they get Rhodey? And it's funny that Fury did say that the like nanotechs were in it. I guess you could have nanotech trackers, right?
Bataku.
I'm sorry, did they just assassinate the president? Okay, not quite assassinated, but attempted. Damn. Yikes. Okay. It's interesting to see Fury in the action like this.
Move! Fury's here!
And that was definitely not Fury running. He can barely walk, let alone run. Super Scroll! Oh! Oh! Oh, it happened. It happened. Where's Gaia?
Take care of Talos! Now!
Oh! No, 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 no! Like, obviously Fury makes it out alive. The only person I actually even care about on this show is Talos.
No, no! Hold your fire! He's with me! He's with us! Tails, hang in there. I'll be back for you.
I mean, he got shot in the arm. He didn't get shot in the heart. Oh, nice.
Come on, I've got you.
I got you. Put him down.
Maybe a Skrull's heart is on the other side of its body? Okay, literally the only character I even care about in this entire show is Talos. Again, I don't like fake out deaths. It seems like Maria Hill is gone. And I love how they brought Gaia back being a super Skrull. I thought that that was an amazing opening. I'm hoping that those people protect Talos and that Talos isn't dead, because I'll be really sad if he is. Okay, you know what? I didn't buy the Gaia one. I don't want to buy the Talos one, but if there's anything that will light a fire under Gaia's ass, it is losing both of her parents. And I'm very distraught. I didn't know what to think about Fury and his wife, and I knew Rhodey when they were having that conversation, him and Fury, when he fired him, I was like, that doesn't feel like Rhodey. It just really doesn't. And I was like, he's a Skrull. Go back to the reaction. I even said, I think he's a Skrull. And then I was like, is Fury a Skrull when he's talking to his wife? And then I was just like, what is he on? And then like the things that he was saying, I was just like, Jesus. And, like, he found out she was working with Gravik. But then they both decided not to shoot each other. So there really is some love there. But, her saying, like, would you have preferred me in my, or would you have been okay with me being my regular self? And he's like, I guess we'll never know. And that's sad. That's really, really sad. But at the same time, there's the blip, and then there was the length of time in which he was absent by choice. And she had to make a life for herself. She did what she had to do to survive. And if Gravik was there and she trusted Gravik, then I get it. It's a sticky situation. I don't agree with it because, obviously, I want her to be on our side. And I want Fury to actually have, one good thing. He can't trust Rhodey and that relationship, because, obviously, Rhodey is somewhere. And how they got Rhodey, of all people. How did they get Rhodey, of all people? And that, also makes you think that, oh, God, his name escapes me. Martin Freeman. Everett Ross. That Everett Ross is probably, I don't know if they're all in the same compound, the nuclear facility or what, but they've got a lot of people under control. I really don't think, oh God, I don't want to be I really don't think Talos is dead, but I really, they didn't he got stabbed. He got shot in the arm and then he got stabbed. I don't know where a Skrull's heart is. I'm sure Gravik would know that and would stab in that area. But him getting shot in the face and then super scrolling over, ooh, it was good. And I do remember the long arm thing from the trailer, so that wasn't much of a surprise, but it was confirmed. Super Skrull, confirmed. Which means the next 2 episodes are probably going to be pretty nuts. Especially if Talos is actually dead. Gaia hopefully goes on a fucking rampage, because he's the only person I cared about. The only one. Okay. I'm not gonna freak out. We'll find out next week. Man, I am so sad. Okay. But the liquid tracker, I thought it was really interesting. He's just overly poison. And the fact that he's just ha ha ha, nanotech. And Rhodey just laughing at it, and it actually being, I don't know if it's really nanotech, but like a liquid tracker, like you could probably do that with nanotech. So he's so smart. I like love it. I love it. I love it. I'm glad we finally got like a moment where there's Talos and Gaia kind of like having a face to face. And I do think that I said gullible at the time, but I think Talos kind of has like this overly optimistic view of what could happen and that they could stay on Earth and live in peace, but be their actual selves and not assume these other, bodies or likenesses. And I do think that that's kind of not realistic. I don't know if, I almost said Americans, but I don't know if the world is ready for green aliens to be walking around. Like I watched District 9 and I'm like, yeah, I think that's kind of closer to how humans would end up interacting with aliens if they were to be their true selves. And so I'm kind of siding with Gaia on that. Like, that's not going to be the way that you live. And I want to believe Talos and his little dream that he has, but I don't think it's realistic. And I don't blame her, but her walking away was just really frustrating because it's just like there could still have been a moment where they could have like come up with a plan together and not just rely on him for that plan. And I feel like that, like, she just was like, give me the answer. And he's like, this is the answer. And she's like, that's stupid. And like walked away. And it's just like, how about like, I don't like your plan. That seems to be plan A. Let's go over plan B. This is what I think. Can we compromise? And that didn't happen. And that frustrates me a little bit. But we've saved the president, which I like that the president actually called out Rhodey on being drunk. And especially because like Rhodey speaking to a president that way, an authority figure and all that, like that's kind of not who he is. So like definitely the alcohol did not help. And so it's becoming more and more apparent when it's not Rhodey. So I would like to will the real Rhodey please stand up? Because I feel like I need him in his armored suit. So like I don't know where he is and how we get him back, but that'd be nice if he showed up in that and helped kick some ass. The fact that like there is a plan of blackmailing Fury, it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna reveal the scrolls to everybody. Well, it's gonna look like you killed Maria Hill, and I hate that because they could play that card, and it's obvious that it looks like Fury, and yeah, they're not gonna believe that it's some shape-shifting alien unless he can get a shape-shifting alien to shapeshift and say like, yeah, it could have been a shape-shifting alien. So now we know Super Skrulls are a thing. There's a lot of them. Gravik is definitely one of them. Gaia, they don't know about Gaia as much as I can figure. They don't know about Gaia. I don't know if they have a history, if they can go and like do a browser history on the computer. It's like, has this been done before? On who? Let's see. So that might be a surprise for Gravik, and I love that. So I don't really know where this takes us. I mean, we saved the president. We didn't get anything from Sonya, and I love her. So hopefully we get like a huge scene from her. We find out whether or not Talos did or did not make it. I'm pretty sure he will. I would be devastated if that's how we lost him, because that was like, that was the thumbnail that I think I saw in Real Rejects where Fury's face was like, what just happened? And it was like him seeing his friend stabbed. And that makes me happy. That's what I wanted when, we saw Maria Hill go down, is like really seeing like those moments where he's like staring at, Talos's body and not wanting to leave him, but knowing he had to get the president out of there. Like that's what I wanted with Maria Hill. And I'm glad I at least got it with Talos, because their relationship was very much, I don't want to say buddy cop, but very brotherly. Very brotherly. They acted like lifelong friends, brothers that like nitpick and bicker with each other about like, just semantics about things, but like are truly there for each other and willing to put their life on the line for each other. I love that about their relationship, and I hope that it's not over. I would be devastated. I absolutely would be devastated. But guys, You can watch the full length reaction on Patreon. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Do you think Talos is dead? Because I certainly don't. I can't wait for more Super Skrulls. Are you excited about that? For sure. I would like to see, I mean, stretchy arms, not a fan. Tentacles in general, don't love, but like the healing ability, and like that was like fierce. That was like Terminator style, like cooler than Terminator style. Like I really dug it, and I would like to see how far their powers go. Can they fly? Obviously not. They weren't flying out of the helicopters, but like what else can they do? They're probably stronger, they heal quicker, they take more damage. How do you kill a Super Skrull? Like, how do you actually do that? Because it's like a Terminator. Like, they just take a licking and keep on ticking, right? So that's very curious to me as well. So I'm, it was very easy for me to end the last reaction with going like, nah, Guy is back. They're not going to kill her off. But I'm like, I don't know. Like Talos, they could. I wouldn't, but they might. I'm very distraught. I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I hope he's still alive. And I hope that they have a beautiful reunion with him and Fury. And they have a big bro hug. And they just hug it out. Because I love those two together. I feel like that's the relationship I care about in the entire show. Like, yeah, like Gaia and Talos for sure. But like Fury and Talos, like, I don't want them to break up. Okay, guys. I think the next reaction will actually be coming out next Friday as well. I will not be able to film on Wednesday yet again because I have a regular job and that sucks. But in the meantime, you can find all of my other content on the channel. If you want all the full-length reactions to most of the recent Marvel shows, they are also on my Patreon. But I will be having new stuff coming out soon, Battlestar Galactica, as well as Avatar: The Last Airbender. So you have that to look forward to as well. So guys, until next week, I'm just going to be thinking about Talos and randomly cry because I absolutely love him. Oh, so let's collectively keep our fingers crossed that we get Talos for the next 2 episodes and he lives beyond. If not, Captain Marvel will come back and blast their asses, right? That's my plan. Okay, guys. I'll see ya.